So anyway, I told him, if you're going to invite your friends to my house, at least tell me ahead of time. And guess what that little feather duster said? Peanut, come on, don't spoil it. I wanted our confused friend here to answer. Jeez. Yeah, so he insists that it's his house. And I say, it isn't your house. If anything, we're sharing it. Crows can't own property, that'd be ridiculous. And he got so mad, he actually talked a couple of moles into digging around in my garden. Can you believe it? Exactly. I didn't know they understood each other either. It took weeks to get those moles to leave me alone. Oh, don't look at me like that. I used a spell. And not so petty that I would drive them off by force. This was Peanut's fault anyway. I never gave up on claiming that he owns the house, and he gets really pissy if we talk about it. Look, he's fuming already. Huh. Yeah, I guess you can't really tell. But believe me, he's thinking about teaching me another lesson right now. By the way, how do you like my stew? Pretty good, huh? Especially considering that I don't have a lot of ingredients to work with out here. Eat up. There's plenty left. Wouldn't want you to go to bed hungry now. Oh, good question. Actually, I kind of forgot why I was telling you this whole story as well. Oh, right. You asked me how Peanut came to live with me, and then he insisted that I'm the one living with him. Yes, you did ask me that, human. I can tell you're doing your best to remember things and focus your mind. It must be very exhausting to keep this up at all times. Hey, how about this? I think you should lie down a bit. We've been running through the forest all day. Then there was that encounter we had with Nis. Plus, you banged your head pretty bad earlier. You don't need to sleep for now. We can talk some more. But maybe let your mind wander a bit in the meantime. I doubt you would just get up and run around when you're this exhausted. Yeah. Just get cozy in the sleeping bag and stay close to the fire. It gets surprisingly cold here at night. Just like that. Pretty comfortable, isn't it? If you feel the need to drift off, then do so. You're going to need your strength in the morning. Actually, I think I'll sit a bit closer to you so I don't need to speak so loudly. So here we are. Honestly, I don't recall when I was out camping last. Do you? Never mind. That was a bit insensitive. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just as nice to you as I've been this whole time. After all, would I be out here with you if I wasn't? This is just... I'm trying to calm you down. That's why my tone is a bit... more... friendly. Ahem. Oh, sure. I didn't finish the story about how Peanut and I met, right? Well then, I'll keep talking, but try to relax your brain, okay? Don't worry. Your short-term memory might be a problem right now, But the fact that your attention was stolen should not affect your memory. So as soon as we solve your little problem, you should be able to recall what we talked about eventually. Well then. Oh, I bet our friend here would love to hear the story from your beak, but you know why that's not possible. The whole story about how Peanuts and I met is pretty long, but maybe I should spare you the unnecessary details. For now, anyway. You see, a couple of years ago I was walking through this forest on my own. No, that's not the right way to put it. Let's say I was lost. In more ways than one. You see, just as Nis said, I've lost my original name. How that happened is not important right now, but you have to understand that names are exceedingly powerful in the right, or in this case, wrong hands. It's not that easy. I did choose a new name, but birth names are so powerful because in a sense, everything you do from the moment you receive your name is done by the person holding that name. I know it's a pretty weird concept, but think of it like this. If someone does a good deed, and they tell the witnesses of that deed their name, then when word of it spreads, other people might claim that they are that person in order to profit from it. Already it is pretty difficult to prove who was the person who originally performed the good deed, as it is attributed to the name first and foremost. Appearances can change as well. Or maybe the appearance of the person was not shared as well, together with the stories of their good deeds, but the name remains. Now imagine that the one who did the deed changes their name. What happened to me is similar, only that Fey magic is far more literal. Everything I was and did before is lost. In a sense, it sticks to the name, not the person. And whoever holds the name will be perceived as that person. Because who we are is largely defined by what we do, what we accomplish, or what we commit. I'm sorry, human. I know I tend to ramble a bit about this and that. I didn't mean to confuse you. You're right, though. The Fae are very weird. Again, I was aimlessly wandering around this forest, not unlike yourself, when I came to a large patch of colourful mushrooms. My stomach was growling fiercely, and I had not eaten in 2 days. Because of that, I threw caution to the wind. I picked up a mushroom, intending to eat it, when this little critter started to yell at me. Thank you for the demonstration. I was startled and dropped the mushroom, and when it made contact with the ground, it quickly dissolved, spreading across the grass with a hissing sound, ultimately leaving only a dark patch of dead plant matter. As I whipped my head around looking for the source of the cawing, I noticed Peanut up in the branches of a large oak tree. He jumped down to a lower branch, facing me directly, and started to scold me fiercely. Oh yes, he had some choice words about my carelessness, endlessly berating me. Eventually I started to laugh, timidly at first, but breaking into a full-on laughing fit by the end. It was just the most absurd scene you could imagine. Tears were freely rolling from my tired eyes in no time. I guess this was when he realized that I could actually understand him. As if. Yes, you were surprised. Flustered, even. I never thought that birds could stammer his words, but it was just too funny when I found out. He had all sorts of questions for me, like why I can understand him, where did I come from, why I'm wandering around the forest on my own. And I made a deal with him then. I promised that I would indulge his questions, but that I needed some food or else he'd never get his answers. He agreed immediately, prompting me to follow. And follow him I did. The whole scenario was so outlandish, like something straight from a fairy tale. But I was at my wits' end anyway. He led me to an old, decrepit cottage, and inside I found many astonishing things. Books that turned out to be alchemical instructions, old grimoires of spellcasters long forgotten by time, vials in pots filled with dust and liquids that spoiled long ago. But the one thing that I was most grateful for was, you guessed it already, an old bag filled with peanuts. I didn't even care if they were still edible. I just devoured the whole bag on the spot, throwing him a few here and there. Oh, yes. The stars really are beautiful at night, aren't they? Well, I think I already exceeded your ability to focus again. I did tell you not to try so hard. Hey, that reminds me. When we first met, you were able to somewhat recall your mission, right? You said you were a messenger, but we never got any further than that. I don't want to strain your brain more than necessary, but it's pretty tough not to be curious. So you do remember some more then? The king's most trusted messenger. Sounds quite important, I'd say. Admittedly, I don't know much about the politics of the human world, so forgive me if this is something I should be in awe of. But I remember that humans often use birds to deliver messages. Why not just send one of Peanut's friends to do the job? What? A union? What the heck even is that? Will you stop interrupting us? You know just as little about the outside world as I do, after all. Is that so? If your message was that important, what was it? You know what? Never mind. I'm sure it's a secret and all that. But if you don't mind me asking, did you have to memorize it? Or do you have it hidden somewhere? Maybe under your clothes? Hey there, please calm yourself. If you really had a bag with you, then there's no point in just running through the forest at night searching for it. Let's tackle one problem at a time. Who knows, maybe the bag will turn up again. Or maybe the one who stole from you has it. That could be a problem, though. Come now. I didn't mean to upset you like that. Do me a favor and close your eyes for a minute. Let your mind wander again. Deep breaths now. Don't focus on anything in particular. Forget what's troubling you and just feel the comforting warmth around you. the sound of the crackling fire. Relax your sore body, your weary mind. Tell me, human, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? So you're concerned about all those things that Nis was talking about, huh? I mean, obviously you are. No, you didn't upset me. It's alright, human. This is just... I've had to deal with the Fae and their games for a while now. As I said, they took my name. It was a deal I've made, and honestly, I'm not even sure if I would choose differently if I was given the same choice again. After all, this life does suit me better than my old one. It all seems so distant now. I guess you're right. If I barely recall my former life, I can't really tell if it was worse than my current one. Who'd have thought that you could think this far in your current state, huh? Sorry. I didn't mean to sound like I'm making fun of you. I just don't really want to think about what could have been. It never will be anyway, after all. I made the deal. And one of the effects is that the Fae cannot harm me in any direct way anymore. Rest assured that this ability is all we need to prevail in the coming days. It's true that we don't need each other very well, and I am using your predicament to enact a form of vengeance against the Fae. But I swear to you that I won't let them harm you anymore. No, I'm not going soft. Stop teasing me, Peanut. Jeez. I know. I do need some sleep as well. It's getting pretty late, and my mind needs to be sharp tomorrow, for all of our sake. I do need a way to keep you from just getting up before me and running off to chase some butterflies, though. Any ideas, human? Oh. I think they finally fell asleep. Oh man. I guess I'll just tie our sleeping bags together. What? Absolutely not. I'm not getting in the same sleeping bag as them. And stop talking, you'll wake them up. Jeez. It really is funny. Just like I told Nis. After they chased me away, I swore to myself that I would never again care about or help humans. They didn't want me, and I didn't need them. And now, all it took for me to break my vow was a singular human to come knocking at my door, seeking help. Was it because they're a victim of the Fae? Or was it something else entirely? Honestly, I haven't been this confused for a long time. I really think I need sleep. Good night, Peanut. Good night, human. For whatever reason, I really want to help you out. And I do hope I won't eat my words in the coming days.